what are we listening to today?
The Immigrant Project by Girish and Astha.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Immigrant Project by Girish and Nasta. We have Preeti Adhikari today. Preeti is my flatmate and a really good friend. Preeti and I actually have known each other for a few years now, but we met actually last year. So we have been work friends, then Instagram friends, and then flatmates now. And the time we are recording this podcast in the early half of 2024, Preeti and I are also looking for a place to live.
Right.
Right? No, that's a struggle. That's ongoing. So anyway, Priti, for the audience, do you want to introduce yourself?
Right. I think that you already did, but then talking about, so I came to Canada in 2021 as a student, and I did my postgrad from Humber and then York University. And right now I'm on my work permit and I'm looking for jobs. Hopefully, I land to a good job soon.
Oh,
Let's hope for that. And that's all about me. And as mentioned before, I live with Garish and other person. There's another guy, and
okay.
and we are also
Soon
trying
to
to
be
find a
our
new place.
ex roommate, flatmate.
Yeah, almost ex
So
flatmate,
soon to be, yeah.
soon to be.
So yeah,
So that's all.
2021, Priti. Sorry.
No, go ahead. That's it.
No,
That's
I,
the
I was
introduction.
saying I was saying 2021. You came here in 2021. So yeah, this is the question I ask everyone. What motivated you to come to Canada?
Actually, there were a couple of reasons why I wanted to come to Canada, and actually why I wanted to move from India to a foreign country. The major reason was because I always wanted to move to another country and get out of my comfort zone. And I like exploring culture. I like exploring places.
Hmm.
Beside that, I think my father has played a major role in this decision because he has lived in Dubai for most of his life. And
Yeah.
whenever he came back for a vacation, he came with such exciting stories that even I wanted to be like someday I will explore some part of the world by myself and be independent. So I think my father was major reason why I wanted to move abroad. And second thing is my thirst for learning new things and being independent. And beside that, I always wanted to move to a cold country. I am from northern part of India. I love snow. I love cold places, which is why I wanted to move to Canada. And I think that's all. Those are major reasons why I wanted to move to Canada. I mean, I moved to Canada.
So 3 years it's been, and you said that you came here to study. So
Yeah, I was a student.
how was the experience of being a student like?
I think I had so much fun being a student. Now I miss that feeling. Now I'm on work permit, right? So as soon as you are on work permit, the clock is running. Soon enough, your work permit would expire. Before that, you have to apply for PR.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of pressure. And I think as a student, it was just like you go to college, you do your assignments, you cook for yourself, you do part-time job, and that's it. You have a lot of time to have fun and enjoy your life in Canada as a student as compared to work permit. So I think I enjoyed a lot being a student. I miss that feeling now.
So Priti, I was talking to someone yesterday, your friend Falguni, and she did mention that she's currently a student, and she's also working at Cineplex.
Okay.
So she's finding it very difficult to balance her life and especially give time to socialize with other people. So she said that she has to go to college a few times a week and then she has assignments. At the same time, she has this job at Cineplex where she needs to give in 20 hours in a week. So in all of
Right.
that, this person is not even getting time to socialize and not getting time for herself. And so did you face something like this while you was a
Honest,
student?
Honestly, I live very close to my college, and I think that I did not find it difficult because I'm very good with time management. But my job was in downtown, and I lived at the outskirts of Etobicoke. So I had to travel a lot for my work. But when it comes to
Oh,
college, it was right in front of my house. So, and if people are thinking that it's very difficult to manage time because while you're a student, I think because everything is so new right now. But
hmm.
once you get habitual of this, I think that student life is anytime better than being on work permit, because as a student you have a timetable, you're
Yeah.
disciplined that you have to follow this, that.
Hmm.
But on work permit there's no timetable, so you have to start preparing yourself for finding jobs. And I think that student life is anytime better than being on work permit. So even it was difficult for me when I landed here, but then as a year passed, I got habitual of managing things in a better way, and eventually things got better.
Hmm. So I wanted to spend some time talking about your living conditions, your house in Etobicoke that you mentioned. But before that, I want to talk about the college that you said. The college was really close to your place. So
Right.
what course did you end up doing when you came here? And that was that the course that you always wanted to do? And you said that you were in Humber campus. So is that a good
Right.
college, good educational institution?
I think Humber is a great college because they help you with co-op opportunity. And I did marketing management. I was really confused between business analyst
Hmm.
and marketing management. Now I wish that I would have done business analyst, because there's a lot of scope here for that. Everybody is doing marketing management. Everybody is like everybody wants to do the easy one, the marketing management, the global business management. But then one thing that I want to mention is that you should not do something which is very generic, because you would find it difficult in finding jobs in the later stage. Rather than that, I think that you some people who are planning to come to Canada right now, they should go with something more technical, or something that
Hmm.
like advertising or media buying. Those are very specific courses, and that would help you
Yeah.
to get a job in a better way, rather than something very generic like marketing management and global business management or international management.
Yeah, so for students who are probably planning to come right now or in the future, you're suggesting that they should invest their time and money in courses which will have more jobs opening in the future and not do generic courses like marketing.
That's
Absolutely
right.
avoid them.
Correct.
So for someone who has been looking for jobs in this industry for a while, how do you think the marketing industry is in Canada? So you're saying that there are no jobs at all, or there are very few jobs and very competitive market?
I think the market right now is very competitive, because because there are a lot of people who are doing marketing management, and
Hmm.
the jobs, the openings are very limited.
Yeah.
So there is the ratio between the supply and demand is not balanced at all, which is why people are finding it very difficult to find marketing jobs in Canada right now. I
Yeah.
have seen a lot of people who have done marketing, and then they are not in marketing field right now. They are either in
Mm,
sales or HR, or they have changed their career, which is not
mm.
bad if it's helping you with PR, and if it is meeting your goals, the end goal. But then I've seen a lot of people who have studied marketing, but they're not pursuing it at all right now, because of
Oh,
the jobs that are there in the market, which is
yeah.
very less.
So jobs are so you they have to pivot. They have to pivot to another industry.
Right.
Wow. Okay. That's a challenge. So how often are you applying and how are you going about applying for jobs?
One thing that I wanted to point out, which is very important, is that the Canadian market works on reference. So I'm
Hmm.
trying to connect to as many people as I can on LinkedIn, and even on social meet, like a group meet, and asking people that where they're working and if they can refer me at places where they're working. That is my approach for now. And then I'm trying my best to apply as many jobs as I can. Quality applications over quantity, with references for sure. So that is my approach with job application.
Okay, so Priti, what websites are you using, first of all, to make a resume, and secondly, to apply for jobs?
Uh, for applying for jobs, I have heard this from a lot of people, that Indeed is very helpful for them. Indeed
Hmm.
help them to get their job
Hmm.
over LinkedIn. And so I'm applying on Indeed. I'm applying through the website, the brand's
Company's
website,
website.
the
Okay, yeah.
company's website directly, with references, of course. And if you ask me that which app that I'm using for creating my resume, I'd say that I use Canva a lot, because it's easy and it's
Hmm.
very convenient. And there is one website called Resume Genius, and
Okay.
you can take a subscription of $2 for 14 days, and after that you can cancel the subscription. But meanwhile,
Not
in
bad.
14 days you can create as many resume, as many cover letters, and it's
And then
AI
download them.
based, right? And you can download it. So I'm using that for now. I'm
Hmm.
on the trial period. So if it helps me, then I'm gonna continue it. And every month it is $7 after that. But I think
Okay.
that it is helpful for me.
So, when you're applying for jobs on LinkedIn and Indeed, are you customizing your resume according to the job description and the job requirements, or are you sending generic resume to all of them? How does that
No,
work?
definitely. I'm tailoring my resume with every job that I'm applying. And I'm also using Chat GPT for better keywords that I can use.
Yeah.
And I'm also seeing the keywords that are they matching to my is my resume matching to the keywords that are required for the job. So I am definitely changing my resume with every application that I make.
Wow. Okay, I think we'll have to shelve the question of you and your housing for another episode now. But I
Hmm.
wanted to spend more time on this. Uh, in the past few months of you applying for jobs on LinkedIn and Indeed, what are the couple of things probably which are coming to your mind right now, which you have learned and the things that you have improved upon?
Uh,
One thing that you mentioned, which I of, of course want to point out, is how important it is to tailor your resume.
right.
You also think that sending messages to HR heads on LinkedIn would make sense, and has that helped you in your case?
Yes, that did because it helped me to get interviewed by the recruiters. So after I see a job opening, I'm gonna send a request to all the people who are working at that company, especially the HRs. And I
Yeah.
have a text message that I send to the people who are working in that
Like a
company,
format.
like a format, and then I request them if they can add a reference, and so many people did, and that
Oh,
helped me
wow.
to get interviews. uh, but then sometime I did not like the package that they're providing me. Sometime I did not like the role because
Yeah.
in the name of marketing they're selling the sale job, and if I get into sales, there's no end to it, and I don't want to get into
Yeah.
sales. So those are the challenges that I'm facing. But then yes, I am texting people on LinkedIn, the people who are
Hmm.
working in that company, and that is all. And also maintain an Excel sheet so that you can follow up with the application that you made.
Oh, yeah, it is so important. Otherwise, you will blindly send resumes to people and won't even remember. And then you'll have to go on your on your Gmail email box, sent items, and
Right.
then check and then follow up. So yeah, it's important to maintain a systematic Excel sheet handy.
Right.
Wow. Uh,
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, the next question I wanted to ask you, Priti, was as compared to India, now since you are working right now and since you're on work permit, how's the work culture like in Canada? Because, so I'll give you my example. The work culture, of course, on the job and the paper, it said 9 to 6, but it was never 9 to 6. And you and I
Hmm.
come from almost the same industry. It was an overlapping industry. And I'm sure 9 to 6 was never the case for you. And I mean, no disrespect to the people working in the business or how the business is worked. It's just a work culture in India where they expect you to put in extra hours. So how has your experience been like
That is
in
so true.
Canada?
People here prioritize your mental health. People prioritize your me time. People know what exactly 9 to 5 mean. When I was working in India for an agency for a lot of places that I worked, I don't think so that 5 was still 5. It was sometimes 7, it was sometimes 8. Not just one place, but all the places I worked, it was the same. Like I had to work extra, and
Yeah.
I couldn't say no. But here, people know what personal space is and what does logging out mean. So I see this as a major difference. And then I also think that people here are more eh, like they're very considerate. Like if you say
Considerate,
that
yeah.
I'm not feeling okay today, they would be like,
They would
and
encourage you to stay at home,
right. And as
encourage you
soon as
physically.
the meeting starts, they would ask about your day, because so many times I have witnessed when you are in your meetings, your entire team would ask you, "Oh, how was your day? What did you do yesterday? Oh, how was your weekend?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, back in India, they would just jump straight to the point. It's all
Right.
business for them.
Makes sense. So
Wow,
that is a major difference that I saw, that I
that's a
witnessed.
yeah, that's a very interesting point to highlight. I think I'll remember that.
Hmm.
And for people out there, they should also remember this. Wow. Okay. So, Priti, 3 years, 3+ years in Canada.
Right.
Couple of years, maybe 1.5 years studying. The rest of the time you have worked and you're still working. So, what does the next 3 years look like for you? Because, see, like I said, I wanna keep the questions about housing for another episode because that's a big conversation we need to have.
Uh, so if you ask me about my I have long-term goals and I have short-term goal. If you ask me about my short-term goal right now, it is definitely there are two major things that I am targeting. First
Hmm.
is my getting a full-time job in my own field, that is marketing,
Yeah.
and second would be getting my PR done as as early as possible, because right now the CRL, I don't know what's wrong with them. The score is not coming down at all. It is 535.
520, 535.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
535. The last draw was for 535. I don't know how I'm gonna meet that score, how others are gonna meet that score in general category, because I don't
Hmm.
belong to IT or science or any other field or medical.
Hmm.
So I'm from a general category. So and right now my score is 490. So I don't know how I'm going to boost my profile, but that's the score right now. So these are the two short-term goal in my head right now: finding a job, full-time job in my own field, and the second would be getting my PR done as soon as possible.
Okay, before we end this episode, Priti, at least part one of the episode with you, there's one last thing that I wanted to ask you was, is your end goal getting a job, sorry, a PR, and then converting that PR into a citizenship, or do you eventually see yourself going back to India?
Um, I think I think as the time passes, your thoughts change, your thoughts are going to change, your
Hmm.
beliefs are going to change. Right now, I do not see myself as like after PR, I don't want to get the citizenship. Definitely don't want to get the citizenship right now. But I don't know about future.
Okay.
Would I want it? Not, but definitely not going back to India, because I went to India for a small vacation and I realized this. It was crystal clear to me that once I'm living in India, in Canada now, I do not see myself going back to India. I cannot. I just cannot. So either it's going to be some other country or Canada maybe, but definitely not India back.
Uh, that you raise a very interesting point, Priti, but I would want to pick this up as the next in the next episode as a first question on why do you see this happening for yourself.
Right.
But for now, we'll have to end this episode. Thank you so much for your time, Priti, and I'm going to call you very very soon for a part two of this episode.
Thank you for inviting me, Girish. Thank
Take
you.
take care. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.